The working group was commissioned by the NHMRC to be an independent body, and none of us are employees of the NHMRC or employees of any other interests specifically to this report. And our job was to oversee various groups come together to provide information to us. So the Homeopathy Association submitted papers to us. We commissioned a company to do a thorough review of the literature, and that included looking at the systematic reviews which themselves had looked at all of the literature. So we were very much an overview body to look at all the existing evidence that's out there, and the report that you see before you is a summary of what we found from those reviews.
Yeah, and so how definitive is this?
It's about as definitive as it can be. We effectively looked at all of the literature that was available to us. There are obviously some limitations to that, as there are in any study. We looked at English publications in English only, but nevertheless it's a very good example. If you had 1,800 studies to look at from the start, we looked at 57 systematic reviews, 176 papers, several hundred papers submitted to us. If there had been any evidence out there that had indicated high quality evidence, that had indicated a benefit for using homeopathy, I think we would have found it.
You found it's not effective. Is it harmless though, as there may be some sort of positive placebo effect anyway?
Well, it's an interesting question, because I think the question really is, when we define homeopathy as giving a treatment which is essentially water, a highly diluted substance of an original substance that is indicated to potentially treat a person. So what ails you cures you, so to speak. But in reality, what is being administered is water and some reassurance. Now, if that makes people feel better, many of the conditions we looked at will get better after a number of days anyway. Let's take the common cold. Those kinds of ailments. Really supportive care, bed rest, analgesia, those kinds of things will get a person back on their feet anyway. People will self-report that the homeopathy was the cause of them getting better, but in fact there is absolutely no evidence when put to a randomised control trial that that is the truth.
The Homeopathic Association says it has a 200-year history, and the National Health and Medical Research Council is biased. Did you go into this study with a predetermined intention?
Absolutely not. And it's very interesting, if we'd come out with a review that said it was effective, would they have said we were biased? We were an unbiased group on the steering committee. None of us had a preconceived idea about this. We looked at the literature, and it's none of our opinions. It was interesting because some people have said that there should have been the opinion of other members from the Homeopathic Society involved in the report. This is not about opinion, this is about evidence. The evidence is clear. When homeopathy is tested against placebo or tested against other types of treatments, it doesn't show any benefit, and that is essentially what we've shown. So as I say, I reiterate, it is not our opinion, it is a statement of the evidence.
And so you're making a direct request to private health insurers in the wake of this?
I don't think there's any sort of direct influence on anybody. What we do want to influence, the NHMRC has a responsibility to put out information that is reliable to the population of Australia. So the community themselves have to be aware of what is the evidence surrounding any kind of medical treatment. So homeopathy is just one of many reports that the NHMRC publishes every year, right, and provides that level of information. Okay. So it's up to the community.
Right, Nick Zepps, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks very much for talking to us this morning.
Thank you very much.